Nothing in life is static. All is movement. The universe is a dance. In death processes, the relentless movement of life slows down and comes to a point of profound stillness. However, in this stillness is contained the grain for further movement, for new life. In every condition is contained its opposite. In stillness is contained movement. In movement is contained stillness. In hot is contained cold. In male is contained female. In the small boy is contained the great general, and in the small girl is contained the famous film diva. In yin is contained yang, and in yang is contained yin. What is contained is smaller as what bears it because it is in growth. However, by the same token, what bears the smaller is decreasing in size to become small itself. With culmination and fullness, decay sets in, and a new cycle of growth is put in motion. When we observe changes, we learn that if things are kept within reasonable boundaries and the balance of yin and yang is maintained, then they will last. Endurance and lasting success thus are the result of balance and not of unlimited strength, of flexible adaptation to circumstance and not of rigid willpower put into one-pointed action. When yin and yang are in balance, this is called the middle way. But the middle way is a dynamic, not a static condition. Let me use an image to exemplify this. When you film a man who steers a car on a straight highway and then review the video and put the playback speed to very slow, you see that what appear to be as the man holding the steering wheel firmly in one position is a mere illusion. You then become aware of the fact that for the man to steer the car in a straight manner, he needs to make constant little movements to the left and to the right. What appears to be stillness then is actually the resulting line of a movement from left to right and from right to left, and consequently the car does not really move in a straight fashion, but more in a wave-like manner. As there is no straight line in nature, not even the best car driver is able to steer a car in a straight line. It is only because of the rapidity and the smallness of the controlling steering movements that we perceive the position of the steering wheel as still. For the same reason, the direction of the car appears to us as straight, and only by slowing down the film we become aware of the wave-like movement of the car on a straight highway. When you take this as a metaphor and apply it to daily life, you see, for example, that when you design a website, you need to be picky about every inch of space. However, being as picky as that in relationships lets you come over as a stodgy jerk or a stingy nerd. Rather, it is recommended to show latitude with people, a form of well-meaning generosity that is founded on inner peace and high self-worth. When you treat life and people as straight lines, you actually show that you see the world as a dry arrangement of ideas and not as an organic and energetic whole that is in a process of constant and dynamic change. This latitude you should show with people comes from the insight that all our weaknesses and what you may find obnoxious in others are but temporary stages or phases in development in a continuous cycle of change and growth. This is true for our fears and worries as well. Most progress in life we make by overcoming fears. Fears are guideposts to what lies ahead to be explored for further self-expansion. The biggest mistake we can do in life is to stay away from what we are afraid of and procrastinate. When you see a small child facing a dog she is afraid of, you will see that the child in most cases does not just run away, but gets into some kind of back and forth dialogue with the dog. Run away, come back, run away, come back, and wait and see further. This behavior is very intelligent because the dog will respond to it. The amazing thing is that the dog's own fear will decrease because of the game-like toggle approach of the small child. And to the extent that the dog's fear decreases, the dog becomes potentially less and less harmful to the child. A dog that is in peace is not a dog that bites. The child does not say, "Run away forever and see this dog never again." No. The child enters a non-verbal dialogue with the dog which says, "I am interested in you, but I am careful not to make you afraid. This is how I want to lower my own fear in lowering your fear as well. So let's play a little swing, which will help us to get acquainted with each other." When you have a new and daring project, you may intuitively practice the same approach and perhaps judge it negatively. You may swing back and forth and go ahead a little step, and the next day step back a mile. Or you step forward and backward of equal length, which is already better. But let me assure you, there is nobody who always goes forward. The natural way when starting something new is to swing toward your project and away from it for a certain while. The I Ching expresses this truth with "he lingers for a while and eventually gets settled." Of course, your intuition always is watchful, and each time when you swing forth and back, it will give you little hints. The encouraging hints you get and the ones that hold you back of going further are battling within you, and you will be clear at the end what the right way to go is for you. It's the way that feels good. The most dangerous moments for your peace of mind are not those where you are busy, and not even those when you are tired, overworked, or exhausted. It's the moments when you feel bored, because all is working so smoothly. You got used to your comfort and safety and have nothing to worry about. Sun Tzu, in his famous book, The Art of War, cites the great general Pan Lo, who said that for maintaining peace we should prepare for war. This laconic dictum means to be mindful all the time, and especially in moments where you think you can just whistle and hang around doing nothing. Non-action is certainly most creative, but only if you keep your mind unspoiled by destructive or nihilistic thought patterns. This is so because non-action favors change, because life patterns typically change when we are in a poised, relaxed condition and when we sit back a little from our daily duties. However, this positive condition for change is spoiled when we worry. When we are at rest, destructive thought creeps in like a bunch of cockroaches creeping in a lonesome house. It starts with the more general worries that I call the 3F worries: future, fortune, fate. And if you allow these general worries to erode your mind and your peace of mind, the worry pattern will get stuck with one or the other specific worry issue that acts like a worry trigger every time you get back thinking about it.